I don't think they're ready for this. This is different. A LA Ram podcast, not based in California, but based in Florida? Come on now. You know I had to do it. Ram Nation, stand up. It's Ramily Talk from the Playmakers Bar podcast, hosted by Darnell the Playmakers Silence. Let's talk Rams football. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? You know me, Darnell the Playmakers Silence out here in Jacksonville, Florida, which means it's another edition of Ramily Talk. Now, this week, going into this week, had some pain because we suffered our first loss at Buffalo. We're going to recap that. We're going to get into what happened, how we lost, but some good things did happen. No more victories, but some good things did happen up in Buffalo. Then we're going to preview week 4. Week 4 against the New York Football Giants. Also, Tyler O will give you the fantasy talk for the Rams. As always, he's doing a good job with that. But without further ado, I'm not going to waste your time because it's going to be a very short episode. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about what happened last week up in Buffalo. Now, it was the battle of the unbeatens. 2-0 Los Angeles Rams at the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. Going to this game, I told y'all I didn't like this game. I had my reasons for not liking this game. And most of it showed. When you look at the game, you see what I was talking about. This Buffalo team is physical. This Buffalo team gets out there. They lean on their quarterback, Josh Allen, who was a third quarterback. Start off the game. Don't like how we started. We are down 28-3 in the third quarter. 28-3. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Everything's going wrong. Goff threw an interception. Reynolds fumbled. Missed field goal. Can't keep a drive going. Everything was going wrong with the Rams. Until the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. What took place? We go down, we score a touchdown. Interception. By the way, that interception, that could have went either way. But the fact that John Johnson made that play helped start off the comeback. We get the ball back. I believe that's when Jared Goff hit Robert Woods for a touchdown. All right, 14 unanswered. We're down 17-28. Buffalo gets the ball back. They fumble. Aaron Donald strip sack. Josh Allen, we get the football. Jared Goff finds Cooper Kupp, 16-yard touchdown. What do you know? It is 25-28. The Rams are back in the game. We about to see another comeback victory. We already saw 2 of them against the Atlanta Falcons. One featuring a person that we need to beat, and Nick Foles over in Chicago. He did a comeback victory against the Atlanta Falcons on the same day. But nevertheless, here we go. Josh Allen and the Bills are struggling all of a sudden because it's the fourth quarter. It's coming down the wane. It's the fourth quarter. It's the late in the fourth quarter. They have to punt. We go down. Derrick Henderson. 1 yard in. All of a sudden, the Los Angeles Rams are leading. 32-28. A 25 comeback to take the lead. And then that's when it went back downhill. We had them in a 3rd and 22. And they own territory on their side of the 50. And we let Cole Beasley get 23 yards. On 3rd and 22. 3rd and 22. Playing the zone. Played the zone. Cole Beasley was in the middle of the zone. caught the ball probably at the 20-yard mark and got the extra 3 yards to get the first down. Can't do that. We let them get a first down. They was panicking. We let them get a first down. We gave them life. Clock still rolling down. Going to the end of the game. Come back. It's 4th and 8. 4th and 8. It is Darius Williams, rookie, versus Gabriel Davis, rookie. In a tussle battle. Josh Allen's presence, so he just throws it. He just throws it. By the time Gabriel turned around, the ball already went past his face. Flag on the play. Pass interference. Defense number 32. PI on Darius Williams. First down, Buffalo at the 5-yard line. And what they do the very next play, with 15 seconds left, Tyler Cross' second touchdown is the game-winning touchdown. Buffalo stays unbeaten. The Rams suffer their first loss. 35-32. Man, that one stung. We got bit by a PI this time. We got the PI bitten on us. Hate the call. Don't like the call. You heard everybody else. They didn't like it, don't understand it, whatnot. But we got bit and we lost. Now, you can't give up 28 points in the first 3 quarters and then make a comeback. That's one problem. But I do say this. I love the fact Sean McVay stuck to the game plan. He didn't abandon it down 25 because he kept running the ball. I mean, Darrell Henderson had 20 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. The fact that you down 25 points midway through the 3rd quarter and you didn't abandon your game plan, I like it. I like Sean McVay sticking to the game plan, not panicking. Said, all right, didn't have a great first half. So for the 3rd quarter, we getting there. Stuck to the game plan. Defense broke up. Defense was getting stops and turnovers. He kept running with the game plan. Run the ball with Darrell Henderson. Play action pass. Find your receivers down the field. Stuff like that. Love the fact Sean McVay showed confidence in his game plan and his players to know we can come back. Now, looking at the stats, we had a better passing game. We had a better rushing game. We had a better offense. We were just better. But what does that mean when you're down 25 in the 3rd quarter? It don't mean nothing. Like, look, let me tell y'all the stats. If y'all haven't heard it already, you should have. Jared Goff, 23 for 32, 321, 2 touchdowns a pick. He had a rushing touchdown. I already told you Henderson stats, 20 carries, 114 and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 9 receptions, 107 yards, a touchdown. Robert Woods, 5 receptions, 74 yards, a touchdown. Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills, 24 for 33, 311, 4 touchdowns, an interception, and a rushing touchdown. Yes, he had 5 on us. That was one of my concerns. What we going to do with Josh Allen? There you go. David Singletary, 13 carries, 71 yards, 4 catches, 50 yards. They used him completely. Cole Beasley, 6 catches, 100 yards. Gabriel Davis. I know Gabriel Davis from UCF. He was drafted by the Buffalo Bills out of UCF. Very good receiver. He'll get better along the way. 4 catches, 81 yards. Stephon Diggs didn't do much, but 4 catches, 49 yards, a touchdown. He didn't do much, but had a touchdown. Tyler Kroft, the tight ends killed us, and they didn't even have a big yards game because Tyler Kroft had 4 catches for 24 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. The other tight end, Smith, a touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown catch. 2 tight ends got 3. 2 tight ends caught 3 touchdown passes from Josh Allen. Not only did we get bit by a defensive penalty on us, we also got bit by tight ends. Ironic. We the ones that use our tight ends, and lately passing defense will be going in our favor. Not in week 3. Not in week 3 whatsoever. But you can't. Hope this is a learning lesson for the guys, because you can't come out slow and have another team get a 25-point lead. Because if we'd have played like that throughout the whole game, we beat Buffalo. We might beat them by 10, like most of y'all was predicting we was gonna beat them by. So, hey, through the first quarter of the season, 3-1. Kind of figured back-to-back trip. I kind of figured back-to-back East Coast trip. We weren't going to lose both of them. So I knew we was going to win one of them. I didn't expect us to win both of them. So I had the Philly one we was going to lose. And then the Buffalo we was going to sneak by. But we took care of Philly and Buffalo stuck by us. So 3-1. No, not 3-1. Well, I can't speak ahead, but we should be 3-1 when we get done with the New York Giants this coming Sunday. I'm just going ahead and throw that out there. We should be 3-1. We can't lose to the Giants. So, matter of fact, since I'm speaking on this game, let's go ahead and talk about it. The New York Football Giants. They lost Saquon Barkley in week 2 to the ACL. That week 2 win. Woo! Saquon went down with the ACL. Nick Bosa went down with the ACL. Solomon Thomas went down with the ACL. Cortland Sutton went down with the ACL. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Raheem Mostert got hurt. Tevin Coleman got hurt. Drew Lock got hurt. Our own Cam Akers got hurt. Week 2 was terrible. Terrible. Christian McCaffrey got hurt in week 2. So a lot of not a big name player, especially for fantasy purposes, got hurt in week 2. Okay. Let's look at the Giants. 31st of offense. They the second to last in offense. 26 in the passing department. And ranked last in rushing. They signed Dante Freeman to try to help with the Saquon Barkley loss. Didn't turn out in game 1 against the 49ers. His first game, he didn't have an offseason like everybody else, but we'll see. If we can get our defense geared up and ready to go and ready to punch somebody in the mouth for some revenge, Dante Freeman gonna have a second game with the Giants. Just throwing it out there. Defense, however, their defense is ranked 12th. They in the top half in the NFL in defense, so there's something going for the Giants there. They don't like to get run on, but you can pass on them. Last time we met them 3 years ago in the Meadowlands, November 5th, 2017. Do y'all remember the score of that game? 51-17. Matter of fact, speaking of a 3rd and 22, didn't we have a 3rd and 22 against them and we took it all the... Matter of fact, Goff threw a screen to Robert Woods on 3rd and 22. Robert Woods took it all the way to the house. I remember that. That was the funniest thing. That pretty much surmised what the Giants were. They gave up a 3rd and 22 for a 50-plus yard touchdown. It was hilarious to me. But that was 3 years ago. They held the 49ers to 2.7 yards per carry on week 3. 35 carries for 93 yards. Not bad. But if y'all heard what I said, there was no Jimmy Garoppolo. There was no Raheem Mostert. There was no Tevin Coleman. So we talking Jerry McKinnon. I think Wilson Jr. We playing with backups here. Backups! So I expect the starters on the defensive side to do something. Passing wise, no. Because Nick Mullins came in through for 343 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. Might want to work on the pass defense, Giants. You might want to work on it. Now you finna deal with a team who is healthy. Besides the fact that Nate Boone gonna be out. Cam Akers is still recovering from a rib cartilage injury. Michael Brown got a little pinky, but we got him in the splinter. But other than that, it's pretty much been a running back by committee. We got that one O-line out. But we looked good against Buffalo. Offensive line did well. We only gave up 2 sacks. The defense got 4 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Daniel Jones had been pressured 47.5% of his dropbacks, which is the highest in the NFL. Now you got Aaron Donald coming to get you with Morgan Fox behind him, Michael Brockers behind him, Leonard Ford behind him, Sam Ebicam behind him. Daniel Jones, y'all better have a game plan for Daniel Jones because he might get mauled. If I don't have a game plan when y'all come to LA, I'm just going to throw that out there. By the way, Under the Sean McVay era, the Rams are 10-4 following the loss. I like it. It smells victory. It smells victory when Sunday comes. When they get to that 7 o'clock mark on the East Coast, it's gonna feel and smell and taste a victory for the Rams. That's what it's saying. If we being real, that's what it's saying. The Rams should be 3-1 after the first quarter of the season. After the first quarter of the season, the Rams should be 3-1. And I don't object whatsoever. We better be 3-1 at the end of Sunday, or else I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to be pissed. It's too early in the season for me to be pissed. All the games down the line, after our bye week, then I can get pissed. Because that's when we get the Bucks, the Patriots, the second time with the 49ers, the Seahawks. I think we might have Seattle twice in that span, and probably twice with the Cardinals. But the Giants, I expect the victory. Week 5, I think it's the Washington Redskins. I expect the victory in that one too. Like, do not sit here. I'm not trying to get pissed this early in the season. I don't want to get pissed this early in the season. It's not that time for that. The time is not for that right here. To get pissed early in the season. It's not. So I need this W. I need y'all to beat them by 40. You probably won't beat them by 40, but what I had us winning 38-20. I don't see 20. More like 38 to 10 or 48-20. We gonna beat them pretty good. We gonna give it to them. Then after that, we had to go back to the East Coast to play the Washington football team. We better smash them. I don't give a damn. That's a Washington fan that I know of. I want us to beat the hell out of the football team in week 5. But I'm going to save that for next week. I'm going to save that. Then the 49ers, Sunday Night Football. Chicago at home on Monday night at Miami. Oh, yeah. So, pretty much, look. We need to go 3-1 after this Sunday. Go another 3-1 or 4-0 in the next 4 games. We're good because we got a bye week in week 9. You talking about Seattle twice. Tampa Bay on a Monday night. Another matchup with San Fran. Arizona twice. We got the Patriots on Thursday Night Football. And then the Jets. That's when it's time to get real. It's time to bucket down and really put truth to word. I put my truth to word against the Buffalo Bills. I hate the fact that I was right. But it is what it is. So, hey. Now, it's on to the Giants. Beat the hell out of them, okay? Beat the hell out of them. Now, before we get out of here, Tyler O finna stop in real quick. He finna give you your fantasy Rams talk for week 4. And it should be pretty easy because it is the Giants. So, Tyler O, take it away.
Welcome to week 4 of Rams Fantasy Talk. I'll be your host, Tyler Oginski. Let's get right to it. It is a great week to roster Rams fantasy players. For starters, the Rams have a 30.25 point implied total, most on the entire week. Las Vegas has projected the Rams to score 30.25 points in this game. That is the most on the week, tied with the Seahawks. And they're also a 9-point favorite. That's going to be your jumping off point. Things are good with the Rams in week 4. Let's start off with the Rams' defense and special teams. I don't usually talk about defenses, but this is just an absolute smash spot. Daniel Jones has been sacked 3 times per game and has 4 interceptions and 2 fumbles on the year. That's 2 turnovers per game. The Giants have absolutely no ability to run the ball, so the Rams defense can just defend the pass and walk straight through this game. It's tough for me to see any Ram truly failing this week. There obviously will be one Ram who disappoints, but I promise you want to take your chances as the odds of starting a Ram and him performing to or beyond expectations is in your favor. Let's start off with Goff. He's had a great game against the Cowboys in week 1. More of a game manager type, but he got it done. He got the W. He produced 2 top 12 QB games in the next 2 weeks against the Eagles and the Seahawks. He's outperforming my expectations so far, so apologies for not being in on Jared Goff. At the end of the day, his TD rate was quite low in 2019. I expected to see a spike in 2020, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Anyways, It's a no-brainer to start Jared Goff in fantasy if you have him this week. He's a fine low-end QB1, and he's a smash in Superflex leagues. Get him out there, get him in your lineups. He's great. I will own telling people to drop Darrell Henderson after week 1, but part of being a decent fantasy analyst is you need to change and adapt every week with new information as new things come to you. With that said, Darrell Henderson is looking like a guy who is locked into a top 24 role at this time and possibly for the rest of the season. Malcolm Brown is truly just another running back, and Akers is not only injured, but looked like a true rookie in his first few games. There is a chance that Darrell Henderson just takes his backfield and runs with it. I like that chance, especially on this team. Part of the reason I like that chance is through 3 weeks, the Rams have the most rush attempts in the entire NFL, and no one runs the ball more in neutral game scripts, which that means is when the game is close, the Rams are still running the ball. This is good for running backs on the Rams in fantasy. This is a rushing football team. In fact, this is the NFL's most rushing football team. So Darrell Henderson, got to get him, got to start him. He's getting the majority of the rush attempts over the past 2 weeks and is getting decent, consistent pass work and 3 targets per game over the last 2 weeks. Henderson has looked pretty great. Malcolm Brown is and will continue to be more of a desperation flex and weak handcuff. Akers, for me, is actually a decent buy low and hold. I think there could be some type of opportunity for him down the line, especially if he gets healthy. I wouldn't be dropping any of these running backs at this point. It isn't advised. We know his backfield can change at any time. We know it's quite volatile. Just look what's happened in the first 3 weeks. Although right now, going forward, Henderson's a guy, top 24 option. Shifting over to wide receivers, one thing I did like, Josh Reynolds did see a 90% snap rate in week 3. He's looking to clearly be that number 3 wide receiver. He's a solid bench stash in case anything happens to Cooper Woods, as he is very familiar with that offense and Goff and how things work there. We're not starting Josh Reynolds, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind having him. Van Jefferson is still a drop. Woods' situation in fantasy is great. He's a low-end wide receiver 1 in most matchups, but his floor is wide receiver 2. Gets a lot of work in the pass game. He has 7 attempts on the year. He's likely going to draw James Bradbury in this matchup, probably the Giants' best defender. Again, I tell you to temper expectations a little, but honestly, he's completely fine. You got him in your lineup. Keep rolling. Kupp, on the other hand, again, naturally draws the better matchup with Woods in an entanglement with Bradbury. One thing I really like about Kupp, from week 1 to week 3, his targets and snaps have steadily been on the rise. It's good to see. I always knew he was a full-time player. When we talk about Woods, we talk about Kupp. We're talking 1A, 1B. Swap him either way. His snaps, his targets are climbing exactly as they should be. Kupp likely draws rookie Holmes, who's been gashed so far this year. Kupp is a top 12 option once again. I have some concern with Higbee. Everett surprisingly became a thing again in week 3 and saw a 41% snap share. Yes, Higbee's Woods at 72%. It's not as concerning, but then you realize they both got targeted twice. Same target share in the pass game. Not panicking, but something to monitor. In conclusion, start all your Rams, Goff, Henderson, Woods, Kupp, Higbee with confidence, but don't be shocked if we ever get a little bit more involved this week. That's it for Rams Fantasy Talk. Don't forget, tell somebody you love them. Later.
All right, Tyler, thank you for that. You got your fantasy football talk. Which Rams you should play, which should probably be all of them. Like you said, all of them. We suffer our first loss. It is what it is. We got the Giants next up. Handle business, Sean McVay. Handle business, Jared Goff and the team. Y'all handle business. Go up 3-1. Get ready for the Washington football team in week 5. And I'm going to get ready for Washington football team in week 5 because it is so. From out here in Jacksonville, Florida, this is your homie down there to Playmaker Silence for another edition of Ramily Talk. I'll catch y'all next week when we preview week 5.